understand. I don't, we don't always handle things in a way where it's received the way we may have wanted it to be received. So I think that would be a good interview. Yeah, I mean, that's actually, I don't really want to say it, but that's actually something that I would really like to do is now, after being a housewife for so long, is to actually really talk to other housewives and give you guys an opportunity to really see, like, the layers get peeled and really see, who these people are inside. And I don't feel like a lot of times when we get interviewed, we get an opportunity really, to go that deep.
I agree. And I think they would trust you because you were one of them or are one of them, and especially like
been in the same boat.
I would think a Nene, like, I know you guys, off and on, but like, I would think a Nene would choose you because at the end of the day, you know her better than any other interviewer probably would.
Well, you would think, I don't know if she necessarily would choose me, but I would definitely, I still stand and say she would definitely be a great interview. And that's it. Like, it doesn't matter to me, what she feels about me. It's all about the flowers that I will continue to give her, regardless of where, our relationship is or the lack thereof. So
that's so commendable. Well, you say that Atlanta does it a little different, which I agree. Which of these women that you were on Ultimate Girls Trip with, obviously besides Kenya, do you think could handle herself as the best in the ATL with?
Oh, in the ATL? Well, at this point, I'm gonna just give it up to Ramona because she don't give a damn. So I think she would be okay in the ATL for sure. I'm gonna probably just go with her because it just rolls off of her. She's like, whatever,
When you see this happening between like Ramona and like Kenya, listen, these are two formidable. I wouldn't want to be on Ramona's bad side, and I would not want to be on Kenya Moore's bad side. Are you just like, this is the clash of like the century? Are you like, everybody duck for cover? Kenya, you don't play with Kenya.
Yeah, well, the shade assassin, Kenya, the self-proclaimed shade assassin, Kenya, if she puts the red dot on your head, like, she could definitely come pretty hard for sure. I think her and Ramona fight a little differently. I think they spar a little differently. But I think at the end of the day, Ramona's not a punk, that's for sure. So
what do you think of the second girls trip as we prepare? We have some heavy hitters here, like Dorinda. We've all heard some things that happen. Like, we have Vicky and Tara, Phaedra, Eva.
Yeah. My girl Eva Marcel Sterling Pickford is on there. Pickford Sterling. Eva has so many names, I always get them out of order.
We love
but she's
our
on
Eva.
there, and yeah, Eva did her thing. I'm excited to watch it. Eva said that apparently, and then Annie's been like, pumping it up too. Like, apparently, I don't know what happened in the Berkshires, but apparently all hell broke loose. And Brandy Glanville is there.
Taylor Armstrong.
Vicky's there. I'm excited to see that one. And again, for me, it's always fun to watch the other ladies, for me. So yeah, apparently they had more drama than we did, because we actually didn't have that much drama. We just we just had moments of whatever. But I think one of the things that was the best for me with the girls trip was breaking the fourth wall, hands down. Just being able to talk about how we got casted for the show. Like, there's times when, even when I was putting, the game together, they would ask me certain things, and I could just say, hey, look, the producers wanted me to ask if you really want to know. It's not like I really give a shit. Okay. The producers ask, you know what I'm saying? So just being able to say those things, because you guys have been watching us forever now. You guys know that, things can be manipulated or whatever. You guys aren't stupid. There's so many things that happen off the show that before, if it didn't happen on the show, we couldn't really talk about it. And you guys that would be confusing for the fans, because they would be like, wait, but I just saw them beefing on Twitter, and on the show, they seem like they're fine. Well, if it didn't happen on the show back in the old days, you couldn't talk about it. And now social media has helped change all of that, because you can't have somebody dragging each other on social media and then acting nice on the show when the timeline is still the same. So now I think it only makes sense to break the fourth wall. The fourth wall should just be done, blown up. It shouldn't exist. The fans love to feel like they're seeing something they're not supposed to be seeing, or hearing something they're not supposed to be hearing. And just really, it just helps the stories make sense when there's so much that happens off camera.
Do you think reality TV, right? I mean, I agree with all of that. I think there's nothing better than breaking the fourth wall. Do you think reality TV will go that way eventually, like Housewives, where they're just like, we're just in a different age now. We have to break it.
Well, listen, for someone who's been on a reality show for 11 years, a successful reality show, that would be my suggestion, 100%, because it's the new reality TV. It's real. Social media is real. What happens off camera is real, and it all is part of the puzzle that we put together to make a show.
Would you ever, just a few more questions, then we'll wrap up. Who would you be most afraid of if you were in the Berkshires with Dorinda, Jill Zarin, Phaedra, Brandy, Vicky, Tamra, Taylor Armstrong, and Eva? Like who would you be the most afraid to kind of go up against? It's a tough group.
I don't know. I don't really have any experience with any of those ladies other than Phaedra and Eva. And I would have to say I've gone back and forth with Phaedra before on Atlanta. Was not enjoyable. So I'm going to say no, I wouldn't look forward to going back and forth with Phaedra ever again, for sure.
Phaedra's a tough one. Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, she knows how to read that one. I'm like, woo.
She has some. She's good.
She's got those long reads, like she like a monologue read. You're like sitting there like, okay, I get it. I'm tired of being read now. Like she's got those 5-minute reads. You're like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? Like there's no comeback. All you can do is just sit there like paralyzed. Like, okay, I have been read for film.
You're like, I got your point an hour ago, Phaedra.
Yeah, but no. She's gonna bring it on, and you just gotta sit there and take it all in. Yeah,
that's why she's
like
gonna, that's why she's gonna be so good. What about like, it's good. I agree. I understand everything you're saying about your friendship with Kenya, and I totally get it. And I think, look at like friendships change. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
What about the fact that on Watch What Happens, I don't know if you heard about this, like Andy asked Porshe, is your friendship with Kenya gonna be back on track? And Porshe said, yeah, of course it will, next season on RHOA, meaning like it's a friendship for the show. And Andy's like, Cynthia's not on RHOA.
Right.
And then Kenya, and then Porsche was like, oh, well then no, it's over forever. She said it, not me. As you say.
Right.
What do you say about that Porsche's weighing in like that on this topic of your friendship?
I mean, Porsche's certainly gone through her own friendships on the show as well. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, I think she would be able to understand, you know, how it works. It just is what it is. But in terms of my relationship with Kenya, if anything, if we get back on the same page, we'll probably be better friends if we're not on a show together, to be honest with you. Because I think, you know, when people are on a show together, I think it's actually harder to be friends than it is off the show. That's just my experience.
I would agree with that. Well, before we go, I want to say, as a member of the LGBTQIA+ community, I am a